Man, so I guess the beef between Drake and Pusha T is officially over. Jay Prince is going on his press tour promoting his latest book, The Art and Science of Respect. And he has his latest interview, which just dropped today, with Sway from Sway in the Morning. And he reveals some more detailed information regarding Drake's response, which he confirmed that there is a record that Drake, blackface Drake, I should say, recorded, and it could end the careers of Pusha T and Kanye. And I'll go ahead and play the clip real quick and come back with my commentary. But like I said, in my previous videos, I said, listen, Drake, you just need to fall back. You know, this information that Pusha T got on you and the way that track was delivered was an epic death blow. An epic death blow. Meaning that it changes your perspective on someone like Drake with his stature. Him being a pop rapper, him having a mostly female fan base demographic, you know, it completely changes your perception on him, at least in my perspective. It changes your perception. And for me, the blackface thing is the most important, the most powerful thing. That's why imagery is everything. Imagery is everything. When it comes to manipulating and controlling people classified as black or African American, image is everything. And that's how the dominant white society is able to basically control and defeat us, right, for over 500 years, since the inception of the transatlantic slave trade. Dangling a white Jesus in front of us, knowing that in the Bible, that this man, that this entity, this deity, was described as a black man, skin of bronze, hair, right? Hair of wool, rather, etc. Right? And Pusha T is very calculated, underrated, and very intelligent. He took all of that in totality. The whole package of the disc was an epic death blow. Death blow meaning, again, it changes your perception, not career ending. Both of these MCs are not in that kind of position where they can, you know, end their careers per se. But according to Jay Prince, that Drake is sitting on a track that he said he called up Drake and gave him a courtesy call and said, you need to not release these records because it's going to end the careers of Kanye West and Pusha T. All right. But let me play this clip real quick from Sway's in the Morning. And I want you to listen to his words very carefully. So here it is.
The disrespect for his mother, the disrespect for his father, for 40, you know what I mean? A man is dying. You know, I know these people, so I felt that was totally disrespectful, and I couldn't, you know, after even speaking with Kanye, you know what I mean? Because I spoke with the brother, and he didn't want this, you know what I mean? And I saw this going in a place that I feel would have ended his career if Drake would have put out the song that he had on him, and definitely would have hurt families, and you know what I mean. And we not in it for that. You know what I mean. That's not Drake character. I ain't, you know, we not in business to tear our fellow man down, you know, to that extent.
So just like he said, he mentioned Kanye. He spoke to Kanye. And that's what led to that tweet earlier, or actually last week, that when Kanye said he basically didn't want to, you know, continue on with the beef. He's about love, you know, and he's on that positivity. You know, Kanye is beyond the coon, you know, and you know, in a sunken place, all that stuff. He says he doesn't want to beef. That basically confirms that Jay Prince definitely had his hand in the conversation with Kanye, and obviously speaking with Drake, because his son, Jazz Prince, founded Drake, and these guys have a lot of money invested in Drake. So he called off the dogs. Well, all these, you know, all the talks talking about, you know, Drake has a diss track with Lil Wayne and all this stuff, and now, Jay Prince confirmed that the diss track that he could have put out, that he shut down, could have ended the careers of Kanye West and Pusha T. When that clip, he's specifically talking about Kanye West. But even if the case may be, all these rumors about Drake coming back with Pusha T and reinforcements, and coming back with Lil Wayne and reinforcements and stuff like that. There's pretty much nothing you can really say, especially regarding Pusha T. There's a lot of dirt you can talk about Kanye. Kanye is an easy target. He's a soft target. Kanye is a soft target, right? But when it comes to Pusha T, a thorough guy who has been in the game for 20 years, there's really nothing you can say about a guy like Pusha T. He's thorough. And a calculated, thorough brother. He also understands white supremacy. Don't let the drug talk fool you. He may not talk about, woke topics and conscious topics on his records all the time, but there's bits and pieces in his music that he's talking about white supremacy and understanding, our oppressors. When he talked about, I don't tap dance and sing for Mammy, right? That's one line right there that's on the Daytona album. That he was talking about, dealing with white supremacy and our oppressors, our enemies. So this dude, he took a page out of white supremacy and understanding how powerful imagery is with that blackface photo of Drake. Where Drake was so stunned by that photo. Because again, that photo's been out for 11 years with that photographer in Canada. And, he knew that photo was out there. He took the photo, obviously. He knew it was out there. And the way that Pusha T presented that photo to the world, and you having people looking at you sideways with that photo, and then you come back with an explanation on your Insta stories, not come back with a diss record. I already knew it was over. It was obvious. You had to do a damage control PR statement to explain the blackface photo. Talking about you were trying to raise awareness for black actors struggling to get roles, right? When you talked about just a couple of years ago saying that you never experienced racism until you reached America. So again, that statement was disingenuous. It was fraudulent, and Pusha T just basically changed their perception on you completely demoralize your character, your spirit. And Jay Prince saw that information. It was a death blow to him too, because he had a lot of money invested in Drake. He did not want this beef to go any further, right? And I don't think, it wouldn't have gone into a Pac Biggie level where it would get physical and extreme violence will get involved. It would have been on wax, but people are smart. Drake is not that. Drake has never been a street dude. He's a Jewish raised, Canadian that only knows about the struggle of racism, white supremacy through movies, books, and magazines. He's never experienced racism in his life until he reached America. That's when he started becoming a rapper. But he understands how he can benefit, right? He can benefit from being a tragic mulatto because he can play both sides of the fence as a tragic mulatto, right? He could be in blackface and, he'll still have support from his pop fans, regardless of how he explains the situation, right? And he can easily go back to his Jewish side and get his, support from his side, from his mother's side, financially. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is regarding that. But like I said, Jay Prince has a lot of money invested in Drake, and he said, you know what, I'm gonna just call it off, man. He spoke to Kanye, he confirmed it, spoke to Kanye, spoke to Drake, and said, we can't have this. There's too much money on the table. You know what I'm saying? And I can see, you know, and again, I have a lot of respect for Jay Prince. I don't understand what some of the comments I read online about, you know, Jay Prince should have never called it. No, I think this was a great move by Jay Prince. I think this was a great move. This would have been a death blow in terms of finances if this beef would have gone any further. You know, a lot of money is on the table, especially for Drake's end. You're going against a guy who really has nothing to lose when it comes to Pusha-T. You know? So the risk is not worth the reward. When you're in Drake's situation, the risk is not worth the reward. There is no reward going back at Pusha-T and then trying to so-called expose Kanye when both of you guys have a multi-million-dollar Adidas run. Right? Multi-million dollars are invested in it. Hundreds of million dollars actually are invested in both Kanye and Drake, who are signed to Adidas. So if you don't let the cat out the bag, it would have been a financial death blow. Financial death blow, you know, in terms of that, right? It would have been financial violence, not with guns and you know, and weapons. We're talking about zeros, right? Or the lack thereof. That kind of violence. That's what would have happened. And Jay Prince saw that and called it off. So I respect that decision. You know, would I like to see a response? Sure, from Drake. I would love to see a response from Drake and see what he has to say. But I don't think it would have done anything, especially regarding Pusha-T. Because Pusha-T, you know, completely changed their perception when it comes to Drake and how you view him. Completely changed their perception. And he's now known as Blackface Drake. I saw a video today on Everyday Struggle with DJ Academics, and he was talking about, he was still on the baby mama issue. Everybody's talking about, no, that's not the most important issue. When Drake was exposed, the most important issue when Drake was exposed was the blackface. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, Pusha T completely demolished Drake's Adidas press run with the story of Adidon, and plan on releasing the Adidas line called Adidon allegedly. And that plan is completely scrapped. All marketing dollars that were supposedly spent for that campaign needs to be scrapped and needed to rebuild and redo that whole marketing campaign and structure, top to bottom. Everything has changed regarding Drake. Everything has changed. So, you know, that blackface photo and his explanation is going to go down in infamy. I think, you know, for me personally, I think the story of Adidon goes down in history. I think it's right up there, to be honest with you. I think it's right up there with Ether. I think it's right up there with Ether. And again, shout out to Thought Crimes, because they mentioned that Nas and Shida Prince were coaching Pusha T with that Drake diss. So if Nas had his hands involved with, you know, helping Pusha T with the story of Adidon, I can see how that was so effective, because it was a death blow to your spirit. It demoralized your character. It caused you to question your existence. That's how powerful that diss record was. And, you know, again, you have to read those lyrics, man. It's just so many meanings behind the lines that he was saying, doubled and tripled on times. If you're a fan of battle rap, you understand how setups and similes and metaphors and punchlines work. But Pusha T's response on the story of Adidon, if you read those lyrics, it was poetic. It was a poetic death blow. Again, there was so many meanings to those lines, you know, that he was saying in his lyrics. Like the line about when baby divides the pie. the M's count different when babies divide the pie. That's a triple entendre. Okay? So when he's talking about the M's count different when baby divides the pie, baby as in baby Birdman, that's number one he's referencing. Baby as in his alleged baby, right? With the ex-porn star chick Sophie. And baby as in baby mama regarding his baby mama, Sophie. So that's a triple entendre. Again, brilliant work by Pusha T. And he completely demolished Drake and changed the perception on Drake, now known as Blackface Drake, who is now demoralized. His spirit has been, you know, like the battle rap term, it's a body bag and you watch his soul lift up in the sky or something like that. That's exactly what it was. You know, it was a third round. His soul lifted. His soul lifted to the atmosphere. And his soul became a caricature of blackface. You know, man tan and sleep and eat and step and fetch. We're lifted into the atmosphere. Buck dancing and shucking and jiving in front of the white man. That's what exactly how Pusha T destroyed, obliterated Drake. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, family. But like I said, you know, Jay Prince called it off, and I'm gonna take his word for it. I'm gonna take his word for it. So the beef is officially over, according to Jay Prince. Drake did record a response, but Jay Prince put a halt to that. It's not going to be released, and the beef is dead, and we can officially say, you know, Pusha T is the victor, and this goes down in history as, I think, top 2 best diss tracks of all time. Bottom line. I think it's right up there with Ether. I think it's right there with Ether. You know what I'm saying? It's basically 1A, 1B. Ether, the story of Adidon. You know? And I think actually, you know, you have to think about it. It's the way with social media works. If Ether was released in today's age, you can probably say, you know, Ether of course stands the test of time. But if it was released during the social media age, you were able to utilize, you know, imagery and, you know, cover art and memes and stuff like that to help potent or make the actual diss record even stronger if Ether was released today. And that's what happened with the story of Adidon. With the help of social media and memes and the cover art and all that stuff, all the total package made that diss record even more powerful. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, family, those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below. I'm looking at my this is my album, my favorite albums I'm rocking right now on Tidal. So this is what I'm playing right now so far, just in case you guys are interested. This is what I listen to. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, family, those are my thoughts about Jay Prince calling the beef officially over. He spoke with Kanye, he spoke with Drake, and there's no diss records coming out, even though he said it's potentially career ending. All right, family, leave your comments down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you follow me on social media at GMOGMediaTV. All links are down below in the description. If you're new, please subscribe and hit that bell notification icon for up and coming latest videos. I plan on doing some more live streams once I get off this damn YouTube suspension for having a strike talking about white supremacy. I'm supposed to be unbanned June 18th. So once June 18th comes, I'm gonna start doing some live streams and going live and speaking live with the facts, you know, super chats and all that stuff. So stay tuned, June 18th. All right, family. So until next time, Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, signing out.